morning, welcome to Global Indonesia with me, Yusana Fitolo. Today we will look at the biggest issues our youth are facing in the modern era. No, it's not the heavy traffic, nor it is the mass distribution of illegal drugs or matters regarding student loan. How do we overcome this? Sitting next to me is Indonesia's first sleep scientist, Professor Zahra Matarani.
Hello everyone.
Today we will discuss how and why these issues came to be and what we can do to handle these issues. So, Professor, what do you think these youths deprive themselves of their sleep?
Well, the sleep research department suggests that there are a number of causes as to why these youths are in severe lack of sleep.
One of these is the psychological burden that these students experience as a result of heavy campus work. This is mixed with other kinds of problems, such as the tendency to procrastinate on work and the inclination to refuse to sleep. We often see in young people, especially high school and college students, that the obligation to sleep is overlooked and underestimated, as it is considered not as important as the tasks that they have to do or deadlines they have to fulfill. This can also lead to other factors, such as homework overload or these kids' inability to manage their time between their campus activities and their daily rest.
And what about the biological causes? Are there any foundations to these problems that are simply physical phases or demands?
Well, there are hormones that also take part in messing up these kids' sleep hours. Understandably, this is the transition period in which they have left puberty and are entering the constant bodily condition of an adult. During this transition period, this hormone does not only shift the bodily functions of the youth, but also shifts his or her biological sleep time by altering their brainwaves, therefore sending a different command to their body than the command sent when they were mere teenagers.
Our reporter Kurnia is on the field with students from University of Indonesia. We are going to briefly look at what these sleep snatchers and how they are prevalent, especially among students.
Now I am in the clinic of Universitas Indonesia, the place in which people from all around campus, including lecturers and students, are being treated in case they are not feeling well. I have asked some of the staffs here if they have encountered a case of sleep deprivation, and surprisingly, it is actually one of the biggest causes for students to be taken here. When I asked them if one of those students is here today, they immediately took me to Anissa Chaniago.
Alright everyone, I'm here with Anissa Chaniago, who's here because she collapsed just a few days ago due to the lack of sleep. So, Anissa, can you tell us exactly what happened to when you blacked out?
Well, I was copying my friend's work when it happened. I was trying to write. Then all of a sudden I experienced this really painful headache. My vision started to blur, my lecturer's face just faded away. And then it was just black. I thought I was dying.
Wow, that was quite an experience.
Yeah, that was the first time that I felt it.
Do you have any idea what caused it?
Well, the doctor said it was caused by exhaustion. Apparently, I worked myself out too much.
Professor Chaniago, your medication is ready, doctor.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
That was your doctor?
Yes.
Did you sleep at all?
I couldn't, I was deadlining. I had this really long list of tasks that I had to do. What was I supposed to do? Just leave them?
You couldn't, of course. During the week of your blackout, how much sleep did you get?
I slept for 4 hours only on that week.
The whole week?
By the 7th day, I already felt like a zombie. I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't comprehend what was happening all around me. It was like my body was here, but mine was not. You could talk to me about anything, and I'd answer that question with string words that didn't make sense at all.
Must be fun.
It was not, are you kidding?
Well, do you take any precautions to prevent this from happening again?
I'm just gonna do what my doctor told me to do. Get enough sleep. I wouldn't procrastinate, watch infomercial, or make instant noodles. From now on, the quality of my life should get better.
Well, I wish you the best, and thank you for joining us.
You're very welcome.
Back at you, Yusan.
Our Now we go to Icha, where she will interview sleep deprivation survivor Cahya Putra, whose experience of severe sleep deprivation changed his life forever.
I am now in the Faculty of Humanities, University of Indonesia, a faculty which is known for its beautiful landscapes, hardworking students, and reasonable food prices. However, we have found out that this faculty also has the biggest number of students who suffer from sleep deprivation. With their bloodshot eyes and messy hair, it's easy to identify which students having difficulties with their sleep.
Thank you, Yuzan. Now I'm here with Cahya Putra, one of the students of Faculty of Humanities, University of Indonesia. Now, Cahya, could you tell us about what happened when you were sleep deprived?
Well, I had been very busy for the past 3 months. I had family members to attend to, so I need to boost up my energy. But I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it by drinking energy drinks. So I collapsed. My liver collapsed. So I need to get hospitalized.
How long did you experience that thing?
Well, I've been sleep deprived for a year, but it was only just like 3 months ago that I started to use energy drinks to overcome it.
That must have been terrible.
Yes, it affected my whole life as I need to get hospitalized for about a month. I almost got hepatitis, but fortunately now I have sorted out my whole life, my responsibilities and my priorities.
Is there any one of your friends who experienced the same thing as you?
Well, actually, most of the students here are experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing, but because we have so many tasks to do, but I don't think they are as bad as me because they don't use energy drink.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you for your time. Now go back to Yuzan.
So you've seen some example of some of the victims of sleep deprivation and what has caused her. So, Professor, what do you think of this?
I think all of the aforementioned symptoms and effects are plausible when you're experiencing sleep deprivation. I mean, we've seen in the interviews that this does not only affect your bodily functions, but it also affects your concentration, your focus, and your social hormones.
How many of the sufferers of sleep deprivation actually experience blackout like Anissa did?
Well, according to the research department statistics, around 35% experience blackouts, 60% experience plummeting bodily functions, and the other 5% are vulnerable to death.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes, especially when you postpone your sleep by drinking energy supplements. Almost all cases of sleep deprivation caused deaths involve these energy supplements.
Most of the consumers of these energy supplements are those with tight work hours, I suppose.
Of course, that is why they feel obliged to postpone their sleep for the sake of their work.
So what do you suggest for us, especially students, to overcome this issue?
Well, my best advice would be not to postpone your work. It may be difficult since students may be very exhausted after a tiring day at campus, but I think this is necessary for the sake of their sleep time. Also, it is best to consume healthy foods such as vegetables and carbohydrates to maintain their energy.
Thank you for sharing the causes and effects of sleep deprivation with us, Professor. I'm sure this will be very helpful, particularly for students whom we know suffer from this phenomenon.
My pleasure, Yusan.
This has been a segment of Global Indonesia. I'm Yusana Pitaloka. Thank you and have a good day.